Okay, we're here with Sai Chilabagari. Sai came from India. You worked at Disney and you worked at Jet Setter. Can you tell us about your experiences, how you merged into jukebox.io, your current business?
Absolutely. So, the journey started with the me going, visiting India 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
where the culture in India is a little different. Like the Asian countries, people don't mind spending money when it's actually there is a social experience involved,
Mm-hmm.
but they wouldn't actually spend money to buy the music. There is like a $600 million worth of music which got pirated compared to $6 million actually spending money to legally download the music. So
Wow.
there is a huge discrepancy between the music downloads versus socially experiencing
By
the
the way,
music.
jukebox is a product where you could be at a bar or a restaurant, and while there's, say, a certain mood of, say, there's a rock music playing, you can play an Elvis song if you just pay maybe 50 cents or 60 cents, and then your song, like a traditional jukebox, will play the song next, like in a cube without a physical jukebox, but on a smartphone, right? Do I got
Yep,
it
that
right?
is absolutely correct. So jukebox.io makes very easy for venues to host a jukebox and patrons to pick the music right from their smartphones. So, simply put, it's like a 21st century smartphone based jukebox. So we provide like interactive music for venues.
Mm-hmm.
So, the idea came, with that being said, like the Asian countries spending less amount of money legally downloading music. And I work for Jet Setter where, music plays 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So, when everyone actually, fights about whose Pandora station is going to play next.
Yeah, sometimes you bring your Pandora to a party and they say put it on, and then the music's good, and then you start hearing an ad for to take some type of protein powder, and that just ruins the whole experience.
Absolutely. And also, everyone wants their own station, right? So, what we are trying to do is basically giving people the choice to play their own music
Yeah.
right from their smartphones,
Yeah.
and that gets played in the venue.
Ah.
That's how, it all started.
Can you tell us? I mean, this sounds amazing, but starting a business, can you tell us some of the challenges that you've been experiencing starting this business?
Absolutely. So I think one of the main challenges for me was, where to focus my time. Basically, it's even though it's actually a consumer product, we have to go through. It's a B2B2C, not B2C. So we have to get into first venues, and then we have to, secure the audience, right?
Yes.
So, in the beginning, I tried focusing more on the user experience, but later I realized that it's the user. We only get users when venues are on board.
Mm-hmm.
So, as it started as just a very simple feature of playing the music in venues, right? If you think about it, it's a very simple concept. But if you want to get into the venues, there is a huge competition. You have to be 10x better than your competition in order to actually venues to use your product. So we actually, went back to the drawing board and said, what are the features that we really need for venues to get on board so that our product is 10x better than the other competitors.
Oh, okay.
So that venues can get on board, and once we have the venues on board, it would be easier to get the users. So it was I wish I could have focused a little more on the venue side of it early on.
Yeah, hindsight's always 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you have, closing out, what advice do you have to entrepreneurs that have an idea and they, maybe they don't have the courage to start, or they think they don't have the capital? What should they do? Do you have any advice starting a business?
Absolutely. I think the one thing that I would definitely say is don't jump on the idea at this age, right? So you definitely work part-time in the beginning. So start working part-time while doing your full-time job. And until you figure out like, yeah, this is the idea that I want to work on, and you're already seeing some sort of like a product, finishing the product. So don't leave the company and then start building the product from the scratch, right? That's not going to happen. So you start building the product, while working as a full-time employee, and when you are seeing the finish of the product, then you will be able to realize whether this product is going to be the thing that you want to spend the rest of 2 or 3 years of your life spending actually building this product or not. And the second thing is, it's always with the startups, right? It's kind of like a jumping off the cliff and expecting a mattresses lying around for you, just for you.
Yeah.
You could just hit the concrete right there. It's very tough for you. So it's always think wisely, and also make sure that the product that you're working on is the product that you want to work for the next 5 years at least.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sai. It's
All
a
right.
pleasure. Jukebox.io.
Pleasure is mine too.